Welcome back to another This Day in History, a segment here on the Real Leel Show in which we talk about a sporting event or major event that took place on this day. The goal of this segment is to educate the listener as well as myself on things that have impacted the world as we know it, and also for people to relive what they already experienced. On this day, December 30th, 1970, one of the heavyweight greats of all time, Sonny Liston, passed away. His death was formally pronounced as heart failure and lung congestion, but there were darker theories surrounding his death and what could have happened to him. Before Liston became a heavyweight champ, he was serving a 5-year prison sentence for robberies and muggings. In prison, Liston would receive prison boxing programs. Upon his release, Liston turned to boxing, but unfortunately couldn't land the big fights that he needed in order to make real money. At that time, in boxing, the mob had completely taken over the sport and were managing fighters. Liston got heavily involved with the mob, and they were going to be able to land him the fights that he wanted in return. Some say that this is where Sonny Liston gave his soul to the mob. There were a lot that Liston had that was very marketable as a heavyweight. He had devastating power, having had 39 KOs in his career, and he had a destructive left jab. Liston was managed by John Vito, a mobster, as well as a notorious Biggie Palermo. From here, his career took off with him having devastating KOs. Liston's frightening reputation was something that he exploited as he went on an impressive run of wins in the late 1950s and early 1960s. The public and press did not take kindly to Sonny Liston because of his criminal history, however. The civil rights movement rejected Liston and didn't want him to be the face of the movement because of his ties to organized crime. After his second fight against Muhammad Ali, that resulted in him getting KO'd in the second round, there are some theories that the mob told Liston to take a dive in that fight. But Liston's career went downhill from there as his reputation took a major hit. He was going broke, his earnings were going to the mob, so Liston would turn to an old life he had known prior to boxing. Sonny was dealing cocaine out of a casino while also getting involved in heroin. There was a drug raid on the home of a beautician named Earl Cage, who was dealing drugs as well. Sonny was there, and when the police raided it, they saw Sonny there, and the boxer later had ran into a dude named Mo Dallas, who was one of the most powerful mob figures in the city. As a joke, Liston made a fist at Dallas, and Dallas turned to Liston and said, "If you hit me, you better kill me, because if you don't, I'll make one telephone call and you'll be dead in 24 hours. And some people believe that Liston was killed by a heroin overdose that was intentional. It should be pointed out that Sonny had a car accident shortly before his death, and his death, a lot of people believe, was a result of him medicating himself from the pain from the car accident, allegedly. And look, sure, Liston may have been one of the more controversial boxers in the history of the sport, but nobody can ever say that his upbringing was easy. He was born in Arkansas, a very poor place in which his father was a sharecropper who also had 24 other kids. Sonny's birth wasn't even documented, as he didn't even have a birth certificate. Liston had to resort to crime to make $1, and he was able to become one of the best heavyweight boxers of all time. Liston at one point in his prime was the scariest puncher. This day in sports history, December 30th, heavyweight great Sonny Liston passed away. Sports, politics, conspiracy theories, We are here to give you our unique perspectives on things happening in the world. It's the one and only, The Real Leel on The Real Leel Show.